everyone. I'm bringing everyone in here to join us. I hope everyone is having a wonderful afternoon, and I hope you can also hear me okay.
Yes.
Good, good. So we are here for a couple of different reasons, and that is to introduce a new cocktail and canape that you might think about enjoying prior to our performance on May 22, which comes to you live from a parking lot. And also to premiere a little video work that we had done last February, actually, in Columbia Pike Artist Studios. And so we'll show the Columbia Pike thing first, but I'd like to ask Nan about what she remembers about that day in February when we all were at the studio. Take it away, Nan.
Thanks, Jane. Well, what I remember was the joy and excitement and great anticipation leading up to it, because in the dead of winter, in the midst of a pandemic, you know, our art and studios, we haven't had a public event in well over a year. So I can't tell you how much it meant to all of us to participate in this just really unusual, great fun collaboration where it's very interdisciplinary. You've got the paintings and the people and the wonderful young dancers and all. It was just so memorable, and we had a ball, and it really was the highlight of my February, and it was just fun, and I was just so taken by how these dancers can just, you know, come in cold with a very, very restricted, limited space and just do absolutely extraordinary things, dancing, and the freedom of movement, and to combine it with the paintings and all. It was just joyful, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, it was great being there at Columbia Pike Artist Studios, and we just love to partner with visual artists in particular, but also other organizations in Arlington County, and greatly appreciate Columbia Pike Artist Studios welcoming us in that cold February couple of days we were there. This one I'm going to show you now features Nan's painting, Mr. Magoo. So we'll go ahead and take a look at Mr. Magoo, and then maybe we'll have a couple of questions for Nan afterwards. Also, for anyone who is watching, feel free to write a comment, and we'll all try to respond. So let's just take it on over here to Mr. Magoo. Here we go.
Well, Mr. Magoo came about because in the last few years I've just discovered this joy of using oil sticks. My work anyway is usually very bold in color and very gestural. I guess I looked through everything in my studio, and I'm trying to give some new life to old pieces. For me, I don't really have a preconceived notion. It's very instinctual in the moment painting. So I just love to grab colors and look at what looks good together, have fun with shapes and forms and texture and all that. A lot of times I'll be inspired by something and I'll send myself an email about a color palette. I do that a lot. But most times when I have a plan made, there are very few times that it ever works out like the initial plan I had in mind. The older I get, the bigger I want to paint. I love just really opening my arm up and really going for it. But I love working big. And this past year, I did the 2 largest pieces I've ever done, which are 5 foot by 6 foot. But I'd like to go a lot bigger than that. But then the case is, what do you do with it? You know, I mean, and then can I get it out of the door of my studio and onto the elevator? And, you know, you just run into all those kind of practical issues.
All right.
Yay! Oh, it was so great to see Philip just engaging with my painting. I mean, it almost brings me to tears. It's just very, very wonderful.
Yeah, I enjoyed putting that together, especially with your interview. I felt like some of the movement really matched what you were describing in your words, and yeah, so that was a lot of fun for me too.
And I love that music is subtle, that it doesn't overwhelm the dance or the art. You know, it's kind of in the background. I love that part of it.
Great, great. Thanks, Nan. And I'm looking forward to presenting the other artists as well. And I think we're going to go ahead and just sort of pair those up with our various cocktail tutorials that we're doing.
Great.
And to that end, I have now with me Colleen and Amy. And Colleen, do you want to talk a little bit about what it was like for you and Amy to get together and put work on this opus?
Well, it was pretty simple in terms of getting together, so to speak. I had an idea for something I like to make where I dress up my pita bread with a wonderful Middle Eastern seasoning called za'atar. And with that, I thought, well, I could make some tzatziki, which is so tasty. And talked to Amy about that, and she decided to make a cocktail that would go with that. So we went about doing our thing, and then I submitted my video to Amy, and she put it together. So and I have not seen it yet, so I'm very curious.
Yeah. And Amy, how was that putting together the cocktail this year as compared to last year? Last year we also did cocktail tutorials leading up to our spring fundraising event. So, darn, Amy just escaped. She did not want to answer that question. I'll put Colleen back on the spot. I think Amy is everybody who is watching, Amy is driving right now, so we might lose her. She'll probably be back, but
yeah. One thing I wanted to say that cooking for me is easy, but I had a revelation doing this project. A cooking show is not easy. I figured out after I put all my little ingredients together, I had everything all ready, and I turned on the video and I made sure I would be in the screen, and I start putting it together, and I have everything in the bowl for the tzatziki, and I'm stirring it, and I realize there's no second take here. It's in the bowl and it's not coming back out. So that was it.
Yeah,
she did a great job, though.
Yeah, we lost you there for a little bit, Amy, and but I don't know if you have any comments about your experience with getting your cocktail together this year as compared to last year.
Yeah, it was nice because we had a theme this year. We went Greek, since we couldn't travel overseas. So it was just nice to have a little bit more of a specific theme to kind of work with. And it was great working with Colleen. So
great. Okay. Well, everyone, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take us all out of this stream, and then we will get to this cocktail canape tutorial. So hang in there with us, and it's coming soon. I'm going to take Amy out first.
Today we are going to be making sangria. So this is going to be European inspired because we're going to be using limoncello. Now, I was first introduced to limoncello when I went to Greece about 2 years ago. I've been really dying to go back, but fortunately with COVID we can't travel overseas, so we decided to bring a little bit of Greece to you in the States. So let's get started. First, we're going to start with 2 ounces of red wine. I already have it in the glass here. And next, we are going to add 3 ounces of orange juice. Next, we will do the limoncello. If you haven't had limoncello, it's a sweeter lemon liqueur. Great. Now we're going to just add a little splash of lime juice. Two ounces of club soda. Just a little sprinkle of sugar if you want. And give it a stir. Next, you can garnish with some lemons, limes, or oranges. Put them in there. And there you have a Greek-inspired sangria. Now I'm going to turn it over to my friend Colleen, who will show you an amazing pita appetizer with a little bit of tzatziki sauce. Take it away, Colleen.
I'm Colleen, and I dance with Jane Franklin's 40 Plus Dancers. Today I'm making one of my favorite appetizers. It's dressed up pita bread with za'atar and olive oil, but before I do that, I'm going to make tzatziki sauce to go with it. Main ingredient, yogurt, also cucumber, dill, lemon, garlic, which I've roasted. So about a cup of yogurt into your cucumber. And then our dill, 2 tablespoons, tablespoon of lemon and a teaspoon of lemon zest, and garlic, 2 or 3 cloves, and I've roasted mine, so I actually put in a little more. Mix this all up to make a very nice tzatziki sauce. Now I'm going to make the dressed up pita bread. Pita, za'atar seasoning, and za'atar is a mix that in this instance has sumac, thyme, white sesame seeds, and salt. Very wonderful Middle Eastern seasoning. I'm going to be using some olive oil and a little bit of extra salt. So we take our pita bread and drizzle a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to add my za'atar. Pretty generous with this. Get it all over the kitchen. That's even more fun. And just a little bit of extra salt. So I'm going to cut my pita bread in half and then lengthwise, and then in little pieces, sort of bite size, for dipping in our tzatziki sauce. And then onto the baking sheet it goes, and into a 400-degree oven for about 3 minutes, not too long, depending how crispy you want it. set our timer. And we'll see you in a couple minutes. So I think maybe our pita bread is ready. I actually put it in for an extra 2 minutes just to get it a little browner, a little more color. And here it is. We're going to put it onto our plate so gracefully. And we're ready to go. We have our tzatziki. Also goes very well with hummus. And with the za'atar, it's really, really special. Hope you enjoyed this little appetizer lesson.
All right, I'm going to bring us all back. Here we are. And I hope that everybody enjoyed that little tutorial.
Yes.
I apologize if it's my audio. It sounds like there's a bit of a problem, but I hope it's not too bad. Anyway, thank you so much, Colleen and Amy, for putting this together.
Yes, yum, yum.
It was fun. And it tasted good. Amy,
Yes.
I want some sangria.
I do too. What a great use of
I can make it
limoncello.
for you next time.
Yeah, and this is all just we'll be showing a series of these cocktail tutorials over the next couple of weeks, just to sort of get everybody in the mood for our live stream event that is on May 22nd. It's our big fundraising event of the year, and we just want to celebrate this past year. It was a difficult one, and but we tried a lot of new things and did a lot of new things. So we are really pleased to be back together again, at least in the parking lot of 3700, though we still can't use the building. So we're all really looking forward to that event. And so this is just a way to reach out to you and get you interested in coming and seeing what we're doing. I do not see any comments. So maybe we did not have too many people watching today. But if anybody out there is watching and wants to make a comment, or you have a question, we'd love to hear from you. Happy to answer any questions. Anyway, we have next weekend. Just going to get my schedule here since I'm at my desk. It's all so organized. I had to quickly move my location because we lost the internet at the beginning of the hour there. Next weekend, we have Emily and Elisa on May 8th, and then Peg and Philip on May 9th. And I'm hopefully will be able to bring you a couple of more of the artists that we worked with from Columbia Pike Artist Studio then. So
super.
And if you want more information about our fundraising event, I showed the little ticker here earlier, but you can find info on our website and sign up for that. Tickets are only $10, and that's the one ticket is good for your entire household. Should be a fun event. Emily Cruz will be doing a new piece she wanted to perform live last May. And the dancers have been working outdoors in person to be able to bring you that performance. And the company will also be performing some of the favorite sections that we did this past year as either Zoom webinar performances or some other kind of virtual performance format. And then, of course, the next step is just for us to all come back together and be in the same place at the same time.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, everyone. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take us back out on our little promo for live from the parking lot. So you get another beautiful glimpse at that photogenic parking lot there at 3700. And we look forward to seeing you on May 22nd, if not next weekend for another one of these shows. So thanks so much to
Thanks, Jane. Thanks,
Colleen,
everybody.
Nan, and Amy. It was great fun, and we'll see you soon.